I'm fascinated to hear more about how mindfulness is a nexus or creates a connection between philosophy, religion, um, ethics, and then math and the sciences and biology. How does mindfulness bring all of those things together?
So could I ask you in turn, where does this question come from in yourself?
Um, Geez, I'm really orbiting now. For me, it is the connection between the inner and outer worlds in a way. It's a way for me to help ground or anchor things that I find real yet ephemeral.
Thank you. Well, you've touched on something that's really very profound. Uh, and I won't go into it in great detail, but all of the various disciplines that you've mentioned are efforts for human beings. They're attempts of human beings to understand the nature of reality and the nature of our own minds. So even the concept of zero, since you mentioned mathematics, I mean, there's a whole universe inside of that. Never mind the notions of what goes on in quantum physics and in n-dimensional space in abstract mathematical, domains, philosophy. They're all different doors into an attempt for Homo sapiens sapiens to wake up or to realize, one, the nature of reality, and two, the nature of the mind, and three, the nature of relationality. And when for instance, journalists often ask me, well, give me what mindfulness is in one word. I have two words that I usually respond in depending on the circumstances. One would be pure awareness. So that would be one. Mindfulness is awareness, pure and simple. But we have almost no first person intimate experience of awareness. And the other is relationality. In other words, we talk about my body, my thoughts, my mind, but who is talking about? Who is it that possesses the body? Those personal pronouns, I want to talk about that later in the week, our attachment to the personal pronouns and how they dominate and really distort our lives. But all of those disciplines and thoughts, and whether it's on the philosophical religious side or the scientific mathematical side or the social science psychology side, they're all different ways that we humans have to try to take a measure of the nature of order and disorder in the universe. And even what's been going on with this pandemic, this is what is called in certain kinds of circles, philosophical circles or economic circles, a black swan event. It's a very low probability event that nobody ever saw coming, but that happens. Why they didn't see it coming, I don't know, because, plagues have been happening ever since humans have been on the planet. And so we often take for granted how safe we are or how um, things will go on from day to day in the same old way, whether it's injustice or not. So you brought up ethics. Mindfulness is not mindfulness unless it is grounded in a profoundly ethical uh, ground or a soil that is based on, in my view, either the Hippocratic Oath or the Bodhisattva vow, which is first do no harm and don't put yourself at the center of the universe. So again, those personal pronouns. So let's continue this conversation around the personal pronouns and our narratives about reality and how bad we are at narrating the reality. And then all of a sudden a black swan event happens and whoa, we're all like completely out of our minds. Whereas anybody who was really paying attention, and a lot of people were in the CDC, but they got dissed by the administration. That's why we're in the catch-up position and in the turbulence to a very large degree that we're in at the moment. So thank you for that question. And I think given the time, I mean, I'd love to stay on for more hours every day, but I don't want to blow my voice out. Plus, the people that on the other side of the planet do need to get some sleep.